Hey everyone, welcome. This is Mike and this is IPO Market Watch. Today on this video, I will not cover an IPO. I will cover a stock that is already trading. I guess you can sort of say it's a new stock, sort of, kind of, maybe, because it acquired and swallowed a really big bank. And it's pretty much, it was sort of like the small fish, which did the backwards, like the small fish ate the big fish. You'll see what I mean. This is a very interesting stock, and one stock that I think is relatively easy, super easy for me to gain 30%. Right? People are looking to become millionaires overnight. Good luck with that. But 30% gain in 2024 is a great gain. Right? Obviously, you can trade other things, but I think this is a good one. Right? I'm not saying put all your money in this one, because there'll be other plays you can do and so on. But hey, this is, I think, in my opinion, very easy. And it also pays dividends. And in February, they're going to have an announcement, which is going to be pretty interesting as far as the dividends concerned, because people are expecting, analysts are expecting that the announcement will be for a brand new, much higher dividend pay. All right. So with that being said, we have the next 10 days. Before we get to the stock, I want to say something about the next 10 days. You will see that the stock market will be sideways, and if it's sideways, we should be happy. Most likely might be mostly down. That is because our unique, amazing, one-of-a-kind, special type of human beings called politicians are at it again, trying to avert a government shutdown. Have you noticed it's getting more and more frequent, this whole thing about trying to avert government shutdowns? That's scary. It's incredible what kind of brains we have running the country. All right, let's get to the stock, guys. The stock is Banc of California, ticker symbol BANC. Do not run away, guys. Stop. Quit running. Oh my God, I can see you guys running away already.
Bro, you better run, bro.
It's not a bad stock, guys. Trust me, this is a very interesting one. Watch the video. This is actually very interesting. And if someone says, well, what are you talking about? California's full of crime. We'll get to that in a little bit. Stats are a little interesting. All right, so the stock is at $12.85 right now. It's got a market cap of about $2.3 billion and a revenue of $346 million. What else do we can see? Net income was positive at 102 million. PE ratio is at 7.34, which is actually very good. And the stock is actually undervalued, even though it did a massive acquisition. Banc of California operates as the bank holding company of Banc of California that provides various banking products and services to small and medium-sized businesses in California. Now, guys, the Banc of California recently completed its merger with PacWest. You guys remember PacWest? It was a hot stock before it went pretty much kind of bankrupt, right? Everybody was trading it, and it was very volatile, and some people were making money if they were smart to get out quick. But PacWest was a really big bank. They had over $36 billion in deposits, in customer deposits. At that time, before PacWest was even considered to be acquired by Banc of California had just $8 billion in customer deposits. The merger allows Banc of California to reduce expenses and optimize its balance sheet by repaying high-cost wholesale funding. And also Banc of California, before they actually did the acquisition of PacWest, they sold over $1.8 billion of single-family tenant mortgages to JP Morgan. All right, that's what a surprise. The regional bank is a strong choice for dividend investors, and the share price of the stock right now, in my opinion, is undervalued and has at least 30% minimum, 30% to gain. 30%, I think, could even do it this year, and I believe it's going to do it in 2024, which is pretty awesome to get a 30% gain within this year. So if we look at the customer deposits, they were 8.3 billion, and at that time PacWest at 35.1 billion. And when the acquisition happened, and now PacWest is pretty much done, and it's a part of Bank of California. Banc of California has $31.6 billion in customer deposits. This makes Banc of California, guys, the third largest bank in California. So you have the third largest Banc of California. This merger had to get the approval, guys, of the Fed, and it did. I think that speaks volumes, in my opinion. Also, imagine the run on banks. I'm sorry, let me scare you. Not the type of run of people taking their money out, but the run on bank stocks. Right? I didn't put the word stocks, but the run on bank stocks when the Fed starts cutting rates. In my opinion, the bank stocks should go up. Why? In a way, high interest rates are also good for banks, to be honest. When the Fed cuts rates, it would be also good, again, in my opinion, for bank stocks and investors to get in ahead of time. Because when the rates go down, it will be cheaper to borrow money. And I think that then it will open up a little bit, or start opening up the door for more businesses and people and institutions to be able to invest and borrow money a little easier than it is right now. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think it's going to work out well for bank stocks. And with this stock being undervalued, in my opinion, and having massive potential right now after acquiring PacWest, I think it's a good time to get into the stock, personally speaking, for me. Banc of California PacWest gets final regulatory OK approval. That was not new stuff now. That was actually back on October 19th. But it's interesting what it said then. Yeah, and so it said that the Federal Reserve had approved the previously announced merger of Banc of California to take PacWest. This means no further regulatory approvals are required. The consummation of the transaction is expected, well, it already closed. After the closing, the balance sheet repositioning, the combined company, guys, is expected to have about $36 billion in assets, $25 billion in total loans, $30 billion in total deposits, and over 70 branches in California. The upcoming earnings, in case you're interested, will be on January 25th, 2024. What were the previous earnings of the stock? Well, Banc of California, ticker symbol BANC, had a non-GAAP EPS of 30 cents, which was in line, and the revenue was 119.9 million, which was up 41% year over year. Now, when it comes to the dividend, I have this new thing going here. That is because the annual dividend right now, guys, is at 40 cents. But on February, the company will announce, or it is expected to announce, what their new dividend policy will be. And analysts are expecting that the dividend will, going forward after February, will be much higher than the 40 cents annual. This is just, we'll see, but I think it's going to happen. So for dividend investors, hey, this is awesome. You get to invest if you want to, and after you do your own homework, you have the possibility of investing in a stock that will take your investment upwards to be worth more, plus dividends. The analysts are giving this stock a low of $13.50, so now it's at $12.85. They give it an average of 15 bucks and a high of 17 US dollars, all within the next 12 months. Now, when it comes to crime, because someone's going to say, why should I invest in California? Basically, that's what you would be investing in if you're investing in Banc of California, right? Well, there is a lot of crime in California. That is true. Crime is violent. There's a lot. California's violent crime rate has increased in 2022. If we look at this chart here, though, it's pretty crazy. If we think the crime in 2022 has increased, well, I mean, imagine what California was in the 70s, basically. This information was taken from crime trends in California. Obviously, you can check it if you want to. Why did I even mention crime in this video? That's, like I said, it's Banc of California. You're obviously investing in California, the economy of California, businesses in California, and I know a lot of things are showing that in California things are getting really bad, but I think at least for 2024 this stock is going to go up. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this video, what I said, and what your opinions are based on what I said and so on. I would really like to know what you guys think and about the stock. And hey, have a great week. Take care, everyone.